My wife woke me up from a dead sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had no idea what was going on. Sam, there's water running, and somebody broke the hose, and she hands me the faucet for the hose. And as consciousness slowly bubbles up, it dawns on me, oh God, the key box. Somebody ripped the key box off of the hose faucet in the back of the house. We had a key box back there. We were having our kitchen remodeled. Somebody stole the key box, and all I thought was, a bad guy has got the key to our house. And I got up, and I turned off the hose, and I walked around the house, and I was furious. I am a mild-mannered property owner, not ever really the victim of crime, and here now I have been burgled. And I have to have all the locks on the house replaced, and I'm mad. So my wife says, call a locksmith, and I call a locksmith, and I'm gonna be there all day. So I take the dog out for a walk, and we had our landscaping done, and I walked out and I see all these wires sticking out of the ground, and I go, oh God, and he stole all these beautiful light fixtures, he stole the hoses, he stole the rakes, he stole everything that was pinned down. But he was in the front yard, and I've got a little Nest camera that points out of the window of the front of the house into the front yard, and I thought, now I got you. So I'm sitting there and I'm mad, and I'm thumbing through the video, and I see now at 3 o'clock in the morning, this guy is in our front yard, feeling around the door frames, looking under the mats, eating the strawberries out of the garden, and then ripping up all the light fixtures. And I'm mad. So, and I'm mad at him, obviously, but I mean, he's stealing our light fixtures, so I feel mad, but I also feel a little sad for him. But I'm mad at the city, because I live in Seattle, and finding a cop in Seattle is not like finding a cop in Miami or New Jersey, where I grew up, or Philadelphia. Like, you could not find a cop for love or money in Seattle for property crime. So I upload this video to the cloud, and I write a scathing note to the mayor, because that's what we do in Seattle when we're mad. Because he'll listen to me. And then I write to my city council person, and I write to the community liaison officer, and I'm thinking, who else can I send this video to? I'll send it to all the TV stations, because why not? I'm mad. And I thought that was the end of it. I wait for the locksmith, they come, they change our locks. And the next morning, I get a call from KIRO-TV in Seattle saying, we'd love to come out and do a story about your burglary. And I said, why? They said, you've got video. I said, great, come on over. So they come on over, and they do an interview, and I show them my broken hose and how aggrieved I am. And then another TV station calls, and they go, we'd love to come and do a story. And I say, sure, why not? Because 2 is better than 1. And they come over. And after the second story, I thought to myself, before these air, I should probably give the police a heads up, because they're going to see me kvetching about the poor police responses. So I go to the North Precinct in Seattle, and I say, hey, listen, this is on a Sunday afternoon. I said, hey, listen, a story's going to run, or 2. I just wanted to give you a heads up. And the desk sergeant is looking at me like, why are you bothering me? Like, really? So I go to bed on Sunday night, the stories run, all is good. I get up in the morning, and at 6 o'clock in the morning, the dog is barking, and there are 2 police officers marching up our front path. And I go, oh God, now I've done it. And I open up the door, and I go, can I help you, officer? And they go, were you on TV last night? And I go, listen, I tried to warn you. They said, were you on TV last night? I said, yes. I'm really sorry. Did you file a police report? Did you call 911? I'm like, no, someone stole my hoses. Like, who am I going to call? I did something online. And they go, that's why we didn't have a report. We caught your burglar. I said, you're kidding. Where does this ever happen? They said, your burglar yesterday morning broke into a taco restaurant and was sitting there eating chips and guacamole, and the manager came in, and the burglar ran exactly 1 block away to a coffee shop, because that's what we do in Seattle, and he sat down and had a cup of coffee. And so when the police showed up, they said to the manager, "Did you see which way he went?" And the manager's like, "He's right there." And they arrested him, and they searched his van, and they found all this lawn equipment and all these light fixtures. And they took him to a holding cell, and they were about to take him to jail when my story ran on the television news. And the officer who's going to transport him loves, apparently, the local TV news, and watched this and saw the burglar. And then he went and he saw the burglar. And they put two and two together, and I got all my stuff back. So the guy ends up going to court. He ends up pleading guilty. And I wanted to actually talk to him and find out how our lives intersected. So I show up at court. I actually petitioned to have him brought out of jail so I can come and talk to him. And I'm in court with this guy, and the judge is like, "What is the issue here?" And I'm like, "I want to interview the burglar." And the judge says to the burglar, "Do you consent to this interview?" Because I was really hoping to understand him. And the burglar goes, "Nah, man, I never want to be on TV again. I ain't never going to get caught for nothing." And so he went his separate way. We went our separate ways. And I caught my burglar. I hopefully rehabilitated a very troubled young man. I promptly reinstalled my light fixture, and all is at peace back in Seattle. Thank you very much.